What's good? Thaddeus David, Moor Gang, Soda, Hell of a Steak, entertainer, yeah, rapper, all the above.
Okay.
Life connoisseur. I don't think that I was doing music at all. I wrote in high school and stuff, and like I wrote in like middle school and stuff too, but I wasn't like out there rapping. Like I was more concerned with like just maintaining life, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because before it was just sneakers and dope fits and shit like that.
Yeah, I've always been like on that type of shit. Like I've always been like very calculated with how I present myself as far as like on a fashionable tip and stuff. Like fashion and shoes were always a passion for me. I think it was more from like the perspective of like getting the things that you couldn't get when you were younger, you know what I mean? Like like the Sean Kemp's drop, everybody wants the Sean Kemp's, you know what I mean? But as I've gotten older, I've kind of like fell back from like that type of stuff. But yeah, I've definitely always been on the fit game and shoes and all that type of shit, like craziness. Like went from like getting like, you get your first pair of shoes for school, then you get your basketball shoes that become your winter shoes after basketball seasons, then you get your track shoes, which are your spring and summer shoes, so you get 3 shoes a year, you know what I mean? And then like in high school, I like managed to find my way into like 100 shoes and shit like that, and all that shit that doesn't matter, but that like it presents this type of thing. And I definitely fed into that, and I don't know, I feel like it inspires at the same time, but at the same time it like projects a lot of different shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we were just talking about haters.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it attracts a lot of attention, positive and negative, you know what I mean? I mean, I can definitely say that I was the only person that I knew when I was like 18, 19, like at Seattle Central when we were there, like gold teeth, chains, earrings, Billionaire Boys Club, matching fits with my girl and shit, like crazy shoes and shit like that. And I think as much as I was just having fun and just doing what I like to do, it attracted a lot of attention that I may or may not have needed, you know what I mean? But yeah.
So how'd you, I don't want to say make the transition because it didn't have to change, but how did you now segue into music and doing that, taking it seriously?
Man, music just kind of happened. It was always around me, you know what I mean? Like, so it started with Parker from Soda, who's currently in Flavor of Blue, and me and Parker met when we were touring the high school that we attended in 8th grade. We went to high school together, weren't really like chopping it up like that. We're cool like in passing and stuff, but we were leading to completely different lifestyles. And we did a joint like senior year, and then him and another person that we went to school with, Nate, they were doing music together, and they always used to come over and like they would talk to me about what they were working on, and they would be like grabbing something or needing something. And then I eventually found my way in the studio with them on some random, and then like was working on some solo stuff with Parker, and then it all just kind of fueled in, and it just like it worked out like that way. Like I've always been like a huge student of hip hop. Like I was the kid like 3rd, 4th grade, 8 years old, you know what I mean, in the middle of the Safeway, sitting on the floor in the aisle with the XXL or the Source or whatever, you know what I mean, reading while my mom's grocery shopping and whatever. And so like it was natural, but at the same time it happened in like a natural way, like what's organic fashion, you know what I mean? It wasn't anything that was like pushed or like that I was like, oh, I need to get into the studio, but it was something that I was always kind of like mentally preparing myself for, because I always knew that I had a passion for it regardless, and will probably still be writing even if I'd never recorded a rap or anything like that, you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about, I think that even if you're like talking about the past, but it's from a now standpoint, I feel like even if it is the past, like it's all a reflection, whether it be current or the past, but it's like from a now perspective. I don't know, yeah, like it's different because like in the studio where I'm at traditionally, I write before I go to the studio, but then I get opportunities when I'm writing in the studio when I'm at that moment, you know what I mean, when I hear the beat for the very first time and stuff, and those are two like different experiences, and like it's hard for me to say that I prefer either one but it's just like it's different. But I feel like everything is like now, and like I'm always looking forward, even though like you look at your past and you assess what's going on with that, to like prepare and move better in the future. But yeah, I mean, I feel like even if I'm reminiscing or like talking about something on the past, it's from a current state of mind, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think living in the moment is good. I think being strategic is good too, though, you know what I mean? You retain everything that you've gone through to bring you to the now, so that you can present yourself in the matter that you need be or whatever. The group dynamic is it's like that. It's like a gumbo, a casserole. You know what I mean? Everybody's bringing all these different types of elements or spices or seasonings or personalities and stuff. And then when you get all of us together, it's just we all complement each other, I feel like. And so when we get together, it's just like that. It's just bigger. You know what I mean? Even if you only see like 3 of us at one place, or like 5 of us over there, or whatever. It's all like building momentum for all of us as a whole. And like, I think that it's great that we're able to like support each other and help each other out, and make sure that everybody's like moving in unison, even if they are moving in separate ways, but everybody's able to like communicate and like have the opportunity to like learn from each other's situations, or move in a certain way based off of what we experienced through so-and-so situation or whatever. But yeah, like you said, it's a lot of different personalities, a lot of different backgrounds, people from West Seattle, people from CD, people from the South End, people from everywhere, you know what I mean? And I think it's dope. I feel like my music's always changing with popular culture and stuff, you know what I mean? And like beat styles are changing or whatever, and I just more so do what the beat tells me to do than like what the current state of music tells me what to do. But I mean, I fuck with like a variety of stuff, you know what I mean? Like if you look back in the past at like Soda stuff or like Hell of a Say stuff, like I'll get on some boom bap shit, I'll get on some trap shit, I'll get on some pop shit, I'll get on, you know what I mean? But it all has to be like fitting within me and in my comfort level, and like, but yeah, like you said, I try and make everything concise and make sure that there's no bullshit on my shit, you know what I mean? If I'm not feeling it, I'm not putting it out, you know what I mean? Regardless of if somebody else is feeling it and telling me to like go this way or whatever the case is, like I'm gonna trust my gut and make sure that I'm moving the way that I need to be moving. So I think like more so than like feel like a need to like go pop, I feel like a need to maintain my integrity for myself, so that I can be happy about everything that I'm putting out, so I can put my best foot forward for me. And I feel like, you know what I mean? It's like they say, it's like 40,000 hours to be a pro, you know what I mean? So I'm just putting in my hours and just making sure that it's going the way that I want it to go, you know what I mean? Versus like what people expect, or like, you know what I mean? Some things pop more than you expect to or whatever, but I feel like the ones that I'm genuinely the most passionate about end up being the ones that like have the biggest momentum, and I'm like, I feel like I have a pretty good trajectory for like my potentials and stuff, but it's more of a getting it out there kind of, you know what I mean?
Right.
Getting those ears.
Mm-hmm.